Did you see the paper in this morning about the fallout about the Buddhist nuns, the Buddhist spies, after all the investigations they concluded that we don't know there actually were spies. The spy probe, as you know, was bungled, which means that the Chinese were gypped in the last election. They voted for Clinton for nothing. They bought the election, all we gave them was some lousy nuclear secrets, and we didn't even get that right. You wonder how we could have botched the investigation. I'll give you the inside story. It's bipartisan. Wen-Ho Lee, it's fun to say his name, Wen-Ho Lee went free just before Madeleine Albright went to North Korea to set up a meeting with Clinton and Kim Jong-il. Now, Lee and Kim met Johnny Chung, who once worked for the Democrats, not to be confused with Ambrose Tung, who funneled money to the Republicans. Likewise, John Huang is not related to Mrs. Wang, who testified about Charlie Tree, who Charlie Tree was with Catherine Lee, the one who kept calling Mr. Singh, who preferred to be called Mr. Wu. But Mrs. Wang knew that Mr. Tree, as corroborated by Mrs. Chu, and Mrs. Chu wrote a check to Tree, as did Tree get one from Wang. And we know that they gave it back. But did they give it back to Johnny Chung? No. Wu, who was really Singh, gave the money to Charlie Tree, and Tung, who was really young, emailed the design of the W-88 warhead to Lee, who was impersonating Wong in Hong Kong. These are questions that James Madison never had to worry about. It's a song not about politics, but I'll bet it'll ring a bell. My computer crashed the other day, so I took it to the computer guy. He said, "Did you bring the box that it came in?" I said, "No." So he looked at me and he shook his head and he said, "What kind of idiot wouldn't save all the boxes which your stuff's supposed to go?" I said, "Whoa." I got boxes in the attic. I got boxes in the cellar too. I got big ones and small ones, so I am not to blame. There's a green one, there's a yellow one, and they all are bar-coded, and they're all filled with styrofoam, and they all look just the same. I got a box for my printer and another for my VCR. There's a box that my stereo came in, you can bet. There's a TV box and a CD box and my fax and my blender and a big one for my stair machine, which I dropped and rubbed my toe. My espresso maker and my yogurt maker have been gone for a year or two, but I still got the boxes that they came in, you can bet. Because once you get the product out, you can't ever cram it back in again. I've been trying with my speaker, then I haven't done so yet. I got boxes in the living room. I got boxes in the dining room. I got boxes in the bedroom, and I've just had enough. There's a green one, there's a yellow one, and they're starting to take over now. 'Cause with all of my boxes, I got no room for my stuff. Let's see, here's a little song. Let's see, here we go. When you're out for a Mexican meal, with each bite you can practically feel all the fat in your body congeal. Stay away from that Mexican food. Every morning when you go out jogging, you can hear every artery clogging from the tacos last night you were hogging. Stay away from that Mexican food. Every tortilla chip and tamale is a tasty temptation to folly that could churn to your heart like a trolley. It's like chugging a barrel of crude. La enchilada, la enchilada. It's so very bad for you. It's like that movie starring Mel Gibson. It's a lethal weapon too. South of aorta, down ventricle way. That's when I ate the genetically altered tacos, and there was hell to pay. They tasted so darn good that I couldn't stop. My heart turned into Rice Krispies. It went snap, crackle, pop. Aye, 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 aye. Tacos, goodbye.